deal with airplane peanuts.
Aside from hosting Saturday Night Live, Shane Gillis has only made 2 network late-night talk show appearances in his entire career, while on his way to becoming one of the biggest comics in the world.
Especially Shane, I feel like, is the biggest guy in the world right now.
Yeah. With his first time on late night being with Seth Meyers alongside Steve Gerben while promoting season 2 of Tires.
Was there a reason that you just decided Shane should be Shane?
No, I was like, I think we should have different names. What if you were Sean? And he was like, just call me Shane.
Sean's crazy.
Sean's too close.
Sean's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you were going to give Shane a different name, like, you know, Shoot for the Stars,
Yeah.
don't just give him a different vowel sound.
Right.
You got the pick.
I know you're a writer, big time writer and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, man.
I think Sean's fine.
You think Sean's fine?
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't last a day at SNL.
No.
I didn't really last a day at SNL. So.
And the second time on Jimmy Kimmel Live to promote the ESPYs a few days before the award show while Chris DiStefano filled in as host.
Thank you so much. Thank
What
you.
happened to your ankle?
Oh, I broke my ankle, yeah.
Oh, when?
Like 10 weeks ago.
How?
Playing basketball.
Were you the basketball?
But even with a close friend behind the desk, Shane Gillis's most recent late night appearance almost didn't happen.
Did you get to pick your guests, or how was it finding out that you had an actual friend, Shane Gillis, as one of the people on your first episode?
So it's funny. It's like at first he wasn't available to do it. We had reached out, and then when he got the ESPYs, he was going to be in LA anyway. I had asked my manager, I said, is there a way to get Shane? And he was like, oh, he's busy, he's tied up. And then I just flat out texted Shane. I was like, dude, if there's any way to come on the show, like I'm guest hosting it, it's something kind of cool. Like, dude, it'll be 5 painless minutes. Like, we'll hang out after, we'll go to the Comedy Store, whatever. And he texted me back. He was like, you know what, dude, if I can do your show and that gets me out of other press I don't want to do, I'll do it. And then like 2 days later, I got a text from my manager saying Shane's in. I guess because the ESPYs, when you sign on to do that show, like there's some press requirements. Mm-hmm. And I guess doing Jimmy Kimmel for, satisfied enough of their requirements that he was able to get other press off his schedule. Because, Shane is Shane, man. He doesn't want to be doing everybody's sit-down talk show. And I get that. I wouldn't either. So I felt cool that he did mine. And for me, it was great because Hannah Waddingham, who was awesome, was my first guest. So I was very nervous for that. But then I was so calm with Shane because I'm like, okay, now I'm just talking to a friend.
So is it fair to say, and no shade to Late Night or Jimmy Kimmel, but is it fair to say that they could not have probably booked Shane Gillis and you were able to? Because that's pretty sick.
I can't say it 100%, but I do know the network, like some people from the network actually reached out to me. I was like, thanks so much for helping to get Shane on. We've been trying to get him on.
Including the first night with Shane Gillis, Chris DiStefano hosted 2 back-to-back episodes of Kimmel Live, ironically during the same week that The Late Show with Stephen Colbert got canceled. We made a full comedy news update video on that situation over on the main channel if you're interested in the future of late night. Personally, I can't say I was ever too interested in those shows, but I did make sure to tune in live during Chris DiStefano's episodes. And I gotta say, his version of Late Night was very entertaining. I can definitely see how it'd be really hard to pull this off every single night over and over and over again. And finding enough guests to come on that are actually worthwhile to talk to would be another challenge altogether. But the 2 episodes hosted by Chrissy Kimmel were as smooth sailing as it gets. His guests not only included fellow comedian and real-life pal Shane Gillis, but also an NBA player that used to play for Chris's favorite team, Isaiah Hartenstein, and multiple different MILFs that were right up his alley.
Well, you also had 2 other ladies on the show. You mentioned Hannah Waddingham. It felt like they were clearly trying to bang you on live TV. What did Jazz think of your episodes?
Well, I wish that the best part of that whole show would have been the camera following me to the green room and Jasmine just standing there with a full AK-47 pointed at any woman that walked in. I really should have had a GoPro on my shoulders to just watch that. But, it was not easy, to be honest, to do that interview, especially when Julie jumped up on the desk. I was like, oh shit, Jasmine's gonna be pissed at this. So let me figure out. So all in the split second, I have to think about how do I get out of this, tastefully. How do I save my marriage? How do I not piss anybody off? And how do I just get off with a laugh? And then Julie had said, she jumped up on the desk and then she had said 5 seconds later, oh, I don't have a badunkadunk, I have no ass. And I was like, yes, you do. I just felt it. And that got a big laugh. And I was like, We'll be right back.
Yeah, I was like, especially the first night watching it live, I was like, this is hilarious. And I was just imagining, yeah, the green room cam would have been awesome. Real quick, if you had to do a bet right now, but I know you're not a betting man, but if you had to, what is the future of late night TV in 10 years?
I think the future of late night TV, if I had to bet, I'd be willing to bet all my money that it still exists in some form, but it is exclusively on YouTube. I think that it's probably going to get scaled down, maybe go away for right now, but then come back in some kind of way and get scaled down, because you see what happens, right? Like even the biggest movies, like everything is nostalgia. Happy Gilmore 2, Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming back. Everybody wants it the way it used to be. So like YouTube and social media is all great and we're all leaning into it. We all have to do it. And honestly, the best late night show would probably be the one that I could do on the Mr. Beast YouTube channel. Like that's really what I'm trying to suck off. I want to glaze Mr. Beast and just get on his channel.
That would be
that
sick.
is where the eyeballs are now. So I would be willing to do that. Just be Chrissy Beast. But you could pay me in feastables. You just see it in most entertainment. They're craving like this nostalgia. Like, so I think maybe it goes away for a little bit, but then eventually people are like, oh, I kind of missed that format.
And last question, this is our Patreon question of the week. You don't have to name any names, but what is the worst advice that you got before hosting late night?
The worst advice that I got.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.